Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your first quarter 2024 reading. I've laid out the cards for January, February, and March, Healing Light Tarot and the Crow Tarot, and I'll finish off with a couple of oracle cards. I do have the African Tarot deck here for clarification if I feel like it's needed. I have asked that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to my video, to my channel. However, I don't want you to do that until you've actually gotten into the reading, felt that it's resonating for you, it's something that you support and want to share. So I may not remember to stop the flow of my reading in the middle when it represents a best engagement of the audience. However, I will repeat that and remind you in the end if you make it that far. But be mindful that I am completely appreciative of your presence and your time here now and all the ways that you support me. First, we're going to pull a general card from the Healing Light, and I pulled the Strength card, Leo. This is entirely appropriate to the zodiac energy of Leo. The lion here is roaring, and on many decks there is a lion featured. This is emblematic of the sunshine energy that you also epitomize when you are in your joy, when you are in your pleasure. This is the quality that is most memorable and most inspirational about you. And this is signaling the beginning of 2024 year as a time of your ultimate energy, leadership, and willingness to inspire others. And you inspire them with your joy. That's what's the most amazing thing. You inspire them by being your joyful self. So that feels to me like a powerful energy. And what's represented underneath that facade, that energy on the outside, is someone who has weathered incredible storms, faced many challenges, has overcome many obstacles, and has always done it with a loving heart and a willingness to cheerfully support others as needed. This is the quality that makes the joy and pleasure that you exhibit so powerful. I'm also going to pull a general from the Crow Tarot, and we have the Two of Swords. So underneath this beautiful warmth of generosity that you exhibit, we have your awareness that you feel yourself to be at a crossroads in some critical way in your life. You feel that you are moving from one path onto another path. It has required incredibly brutal honesty from yourself about what is existing in your life that you want to change, that you need to change. And whatever this is, it can be very difficult to look at because it's most probably something very close to home. This can be a relationship, it can be a behavior that you recognize that is inspired by a relationship that may not be what you are choosing for yourself. It does indicate that you are needing more information, not only about where you're coming from, but where you're going to, what the options are. This is encouraging you to get more ideas and communicate, negotiate about the possibilities or options that are being offered to you. And as you do that investigation, you will see many more possibilities than you previously imagined, so that it isn't an either-or situation at all, but possibly embedded in those choices are many more opportunities. In January, we have the Knight of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Beautiful. This feels as though you have the opportunity to be mentored or supported or assisted by some very powerful, loving, compassionate energy. This is you being identified as this spark of creative energy and determination by someone who has the maturity and the skills to shepherd you, to mentor you into a leadership of greater into an opportunity where you can be some kind of a leader. The compassion this person offers you is what is supporting you to be a member of a team, to play as, to understand what being a team member truly means, so that it isn't just about the sparkle and dash and flair that you can lend to any situation, any collaboration, but it's also about recognizing how to encourage those, how to encourage the strengths of each member of the team. And you're being shown how to recognize and support that. You already have a spiritual inclination to do that, to recognize when someone needs help and ways in which they can be encouraged to work at their best, to work even at a higher level than before, by recognizing their strengths, pointing those out, and allowing them to play to that. This person's doing that for you, and you are in turn doing that for other members on your team. So January seems like an important opportunity where there may be some resorting or reorganizing of an effort that you're involved in. This can clearly be at work, but this can be at home, on a personal project, in any setting where you are working with other people. In February, we have the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. You are bringing a more discerning energy into February, where you come from this passionate place in January, which is very much aligns with your bright personality. You move to greater discernment in February. This is where you're making decisions where you may have been guided in your decision making formerly. Now you are being recognized for working every angle of a situation, applying all your fire, all of your ideas, all of your energy to accomplish a task. You have definitely worn yourself down, but you recognize that there are many opportunities on the other side of this effort. There are many options you could choose, so it feels as though you have evolved through a team situation, and you're now in a position where you are determined to bring this team to victory. You're determined to get not just your part accomplished, because you can do that. That's sort of automatic, but you're determined to make sure that every member of the team does their part and shares equally in your success, in the completion of this project, despite the damages, the hurdles, the challenges that the team may have faced. And on the other side of that, you are aware that you have many options. Maybe other members do as well, but you're seeing many more ways through this, many alternatives to the situation that you're in. You know that they're not necessarily better, they would just be different. But you are also being encouraged not to get distracted. You are so close to a significant victory here, and a significant recognition of your victory. So you're being recognized and rewarded for being a positive member of the team, but you want the team to complete its task. You want success for everyone. And you are not to be deterred because you could be distracted by other offers, perhaps other opportunities that could pull you away from your completion of this task in February. Of course, you know that these timelines are very fluid. You may be already experiencing some of this. Some of this may not be effective until the end of quarter one. But I trust that you can be discerning as to how this applies to your situation. In March, we have the Five of Swords, the Chariot card, and the Four of Swords. So now you are definitely working at a kind of, I'm sensing, having the success throws you ironically back on your insecurities, your doubts. Perhaps as this team becomes more and more successful, closer and closer to completing its task, you become unclear about how to manage your own self-doubts or the doubts of individual team members. You are wise enough to recognize that as this project becomes completed, as you move into this position, however it applies to you, you are recognizing that you need to step back and be grateful for the tremendous lessons you've gained in this experience. You have been challenged. You may assess some failures, some things that you could have done differently, but you're essentially recognizing, and this can be through perhaps the challenges that others on your team face. You feel those personally because that's the nature of a collaboration. That's the nature of a team. Any part of it is reflected in the whole. And the whole is reflected in each person's participation. So any challenges that others met as well, you could be taking some time to contemplate how those were handled, how they were overcome, and the lessons learned for the next time. But ultimately, what is coming out of this is a much greater sense of confidence on your part as you recognize that it is not your job to fix everything. And this can be hard for you. As the proud Leo, perfectionism is always a challenge for fire signs, in my opinion. And I think that anything, of course, the project's going to look different than what it perhaps was envisioned as. And you're really contemplating that and really trying to extract and understand the lessons you've learned, what you've gained, what you've learned from your teammates, and what you've been able to accomplish. So that's very critical because the process essentially of recognizing, learning the lessons, but of gratitude for the opportunity is the fundamental building block to your advancement. And you have advanced. Through this project, you've learned not to worry about all the problems, but instead to focus, laser focus on your intention. You're no longer trying to be like everyone else. You are in your zone. You are being who you are. You're recognizing that your differences, your uniqueness is what makes you special. And that's what is informing you about the next steps that you're going to be taking. You will be successful through this, but you may not be able to take everyone with you. And you are coming to be okay with that. You're coming to recognize that your path is unique and that you have every right to pursue the things that you desire. They're not for everyone. This really feels very clear to me. I'm not going to clarify this. I hope that this has been useful to you, that you found some elements of this story that will be applicable in the new year. And if so, please like this video. Please share this with others who might find it useful. Comment below and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I've pulled the Labradorite. This is one of my stones. And the key is see, the magic. And I would advise you, Leo, to see the magic in you. You're the magic here. And it's the hard work that produces the magic. I'm also going to pull a language of the flowers. I think I'll find one that's easier to grab. And I pulled the tiger lily, and the key word is security. Choose the safe harbor now. Thank you so much for your time, Leo. Until next time, namaste.